What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of ThereØF, episode 9, I believe. We're your host. I'm Joe.
I'm Javal.
I'm Troy.
And we got some apologizing to do. We didn't put out a video last week. Just some shit happened. I mean, gonna be real.
I was out of town, so.
Yeah, he was out of town. Javal and I attempted to do it, but wasn't really feeling it. So, apologize about that.
Some of that footage might see the light of day.
Yeah, some of it. I mean, we still recorded, so.
We got some footage, just nothing to actually put out.
Right. We also forgot to put out Spotify episode 8.
Whoops.
Which is no big deal. I mean, the whole 8 listeners that we have, you know.
Hey.
8's better than
It's out
0.
there. It's content. Speaking of which, I had forgotten again, so I need to put that up.
Yeah, that's
So.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's all good.
We're going to do a double bonus episode.
Speaking to the mic.
He didn't get his check, so he said, fuck it, I'm not putting it out.
That's right. Rail strike.
So, but yeah, merch, as always, Troy will put a link. There will be a link in the description. Appreciate the following, subscribing, comments, whatnot. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather.
I was just going to make the comment because you're like, sorry.
Yeah, it's been a long week.
Cold medicine's getting to him.
Exciting news, Rachel and I, we bought a house, so there's
Congratulations.
that. Overtime at work, so I just...
Not so much congratulations.
Yeah, just fucking tired, dude. Yeah, so, got the house pretty fucking cheap. I mean, we came
Did
down.
you close and everything?
Yeah, everything's closed.
Nice.
Yeah. So, not to put my business out there or anything like that, but we got it like $50,000 less than what they were asking for, which is really fucking good.
It's insane in this market too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decent house, really good neighborhood. We got some problems with it. The
address is down below.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Just do the Chuck E. Cheese or something.
Yeah.
The doors are always unlocked.
But yeah, so no, we had an electrician come over today because when we got the inspection, they were like, yeah, this box is going to need updated. And we're like, okay, we'll just get that fucking taken care of. I'm thinking like, a few thousand, to get this box redone and whatnot. This dude's sat there for almost an hour telling Rachel and I the same shit. Like, River's just like, we don't have any furniture or anything. Like, we're not moving into the house yet. Like,
right.
We're remodeling it, and then we're moving in.
Yeah. Got to use that savings.
And it's like, this dude, like, we don't have anywhere to sit. This guy, like, we walked around our house, like, 3 times trying to figure out, like, what's going on with the wiring. And I have no idea what this guy was thinking. And I'm like, okay, how much is it going to be? And he's like, okay, let me do some calculations, blah, blah, blah. Dude, this guy's like $6,000 for the Reeboks. And I'm like, I got another quote from another guy, you know, $2,800.
Right.
And I'm like, well, this is like apples to oranges, you know what I mean?
Did you get an itemized quote or estimate? An itemized estimate.
It's a estimate. I mean, this is a bigger company. The other guy's like, mom and pa. So, and then he's like, the whole house needs rewired as well. And I'm like, okay, how much is that? And he's like, you're looking at $30,000. I'm like,
yeah, to rewire your entire house.
There ain't no way.
That's
dude.
Insane.
$30,000. Get the fuck out of here.
So, if
house.
you want, I can talk to my brother-in-law. He's an electrician. He's the one who put in my charger in my garage and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have him replace my box and everything.
I mean, dude, we'll pay. I mean, we not saying that we're rich or anything because we're not, but I mean, we have money for this particular thing.
It's exactly what rich people say. We're not rich, but we have money.
Well, I mean, like we have savings. You know what I mean? From when we sold the other house. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just it's fucking $30,000. That ain't fucking happening. But I mean, we're not really looking to rewire the house. We're just looking for
as long as you have fire insurance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have homeowners insurance, so you're good.
Yeah, we have homeowners insurance, and we also have homeowners warranty. So
You got the warranty?
Oh, yeah.
My mom has cashed in on that warranty. I didn't get it because I was like, I'm never going to use that. We have brand new appliances.
We had it at the old house, and our air, like, the second day of summer, the most hottest, like, the fucking hottest day of the fucking year, and our air conditioner goes out.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, like, I'm calling Nikki, which is our agent. What's up, Nikki? You know, she's like, I bought that homeowner's warranty for you guys, and I'm like, oh yeah,
nice.
And like, my other buddy's like, hey, I know a AVAX guy,
HVAC, yeah,
HVAC, whatever. I'm fucking terrible with words. We know this, but
occasionally.
But so like, yeah, the guy's like, I can do it for this much, and I was like, well, will you? Because we have to get a new furnace as well. But the furnace was fine. And I was like, will you just call and let these guys know, like, hey, the furnace isn't broke, but it's not compatible, and it's an older model.
Yeah, so you got to replace it.
So we have to replace it. And the guy fucking did it. We paid him out of pocket. We got the money. Like, dude, that home warranty is fucking worth it. Like,
yeah.
100%.
Well, I didn't get it because we had good appliances.
Right.
The full HVAC system, the furnace and the AC unit and the hot water heater was all brand new. Right. It was all installed within the last year of me purchasing it. So I was like, yeah, at that point, there's no real point.
Right.
But my mom's replaced a fridge, a dishwasher, a stove, a hot water heater. Like,
well, you can have them up to 3 years.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't think you can have like you can't keep continuously buying it. Plus it's like, it is kind of expensive, like we didn't buy this. Mm-hmm. Like the lady,
it was rolled into your
lady,
actual loan.
The lady that we work with, she's like, we bought it, but I don't, you know what I mean? Like Nikki's fucking awesome. Like she worked with us so much, and me, like I'm already like high maintenance to begin with.
No.
And then buying a fucking house, like, you know what I mean? And, some shit happened, we kind of got cold feet, whatever, but, she kind of talked us off the ledge, and, I mean, it fucking worked, man. And, kudos to fucking Nikki. She fucking really, stepped up. So, thanks, Nikki. Fucking appreciate it. Love the house. If you guys know a fence guy, we're looking to get a fence.
I installed my own fence. Fences are too expensive.
Yeah.
We got a quote, and they said it would be like 8 months before they were even attempting to put it in.
Really? Is this a private fence?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We just want to change. I mean, just for our dog. I mean, so like we have 2 American bullies, and they're fucking huge, and Albus is just getting like bigger.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's just so like, I look at these dogs, and I'm like, my dogs would murder these fucking dogs. So, but yeah, Albus is like, it's so funny because when I get off work, I come home and, Albus is in the bedroom with Rachel and River, and he's sleeping on the bed because we have to keep them all separated because there's no dynamic really, but like Albus and Lily, our 2 dogs, are trying to be alpha. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'll bring Albus out to use the restroom. Like I'll let the other dogs out, and then I'll bring Albus out by himself. Mm-hmm. And dude, they just like part the sea, dude. It's like they just get the fuck out of the same, like they don't want to be in the same room as him. Mm-hmm. And then like if he'll see him and like the back of his hair stands up.
Yeah,
like,
the razor will go up.
Albus.
Like Albus Dumbledore. But yeah, it's
okay.
But we don't want a privacy fence. We want a like chain link.
You can install a chain link fence yourself. It's not a chain link fence is probably one of the easiest fences to put in.
I'm lazy.
I mean, okay. So am I, but
you want to come over and help me put a fence in? He's like,
watch a YouTube video.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
I had a lot of help though. Like my dad and Elena's dad came over, helped a bunch. So we got an auger, dug it out.
Well, how much was the quote? I forgot. I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
I think the quote was like, I think it was $8 to $12,000.
Oh my god!
But my lot, I have 200 feet of property line down the side.
Right.
My house sits right in the middle of the property line, essentially. So it was like 350 to 400 foot of fence, of wooden fence.
Right.
So, and wood at that time, that was last year. So wood was sky high.
Yes, like crazy.
And so, I mean, it was ridiculous though. It was like, no, I ended up paying like $6 for the materials and then put it in. Yeah. And it took forever.
I remember, well, this is like years ago when, remember Daryl's mom's house burnt down? And then they rebuilt, and then they put that pool in, and then Daryl did that whole deck, and I'm like, dude, how did you do this?
Yeah.
And he's like, I also put the fence in, and I'm like, yeah, how did you do all this? And he was like, I just watched some videos on YouTube.
Yeah, but he had all the time in the world too.
Fucking hate
Plus,
you, dude.
He was like 23.
He's like, you want to come over and help
25
me?
At the time.
You want to come over and help me put this fence and stuff in? I'm like, yeah. And I go over and I'm just standing there, and he's like, just doing all the work. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, what do you want me to do? And he's like, oh, I got it. Like, I thought you wanted me to come over and help you, man.
Right.
What's up, Daryl?
Yeah. Moral support at that point. No, that's another thing I want to build is a deck in the back. There's a bunch of stuff. I have to put the pool back up and do it right this year or next year. It's owning a home sucks, but it's awesome.
It's like I said, this house it's way different than our house that we had, and it works so much better for us. The layout's kind of the same a little bit. Like, it's not a split level house.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's different, but it's like, it's definitely like what we needed. And I don't think we'll outgrow it, but I'm going to guess it was a rental.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to guess what happened was this guy owned the house like when it was first built, and then probably either came up with money or, just worked and grind, and then he moved out of the house, but he kept the house and then he rented it out. And then the people that lived there became old, and just nothing was updated.
Right.
Like, the bathrooms are, pink. Like,
when was it built? 60s, 70s?
59, 60 or something like that.
59, 60.
Yeah, I forget. Okay. But it's one of those. I think it's 59. But
how's the siding look?
It's brick.
Oh, it's brick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, brick facade all the way around. There's no siding on it at all.
I honestly forget. There might be some siding in the back or something like that. But I mean, everything's fine. Everything's
why
solid.
would you know? You just bought it. I mean,
Well, like
Yeah, you didn't inspect it first.
Well, like, yeah, we inspected it and everything.
You just don't remember what the back side of the house looks like.
I drink.
I mean, it's fair.
I drink a lot.
Oh, speaking of drinking, I need to
Here we go.
do this real quick. Check this out. This is an Iron Maiden
Oh, man.
Brewdog Hellcat.
Can I try it?
Which is a cold Indian. No, I hear the way you're talking and the sounds that are coming out of you.
Will you save me some?
Yeah, I'll save you some. Don't worry.
I feel like, can I have some?
This is just a cold IPA from Brewdog. They're out of Columbus. Not a sponsor.
Yeah, not a sponsor.
6%. You know what this is out of? This is out of my Christmas present.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Elena, my wonderful and beautiful girlfriend,
Hello.
got me
A Tesla, which we talk about every week.
every week.
Another Tesla.
Oh man, it is on my list. No, she got me an advent calendar of beer
Oh, really?
from Brewdog.
So it's like the TikTok calendar, but
Yeah, it's an advent calendar where it's all numbered randomly.
12 days.
But the 25,
25.
right? It's a 24. I'm sorry, 24 pack. But they're all numbered, and they each have a different beer that Brewdog makes.
Really?
So it's a different beer every
Is
day.
that one of your favorite brewers?
No, I had never had them before.
Oh, really? Is it
And they're good.
good?
Yeah. They have a mango like IPA, or mango IPA. Amazing.
Yeah.
I hate stouts, and the first night was like a stout.
And you were like, man, that's really good.
Wasn't bad. I
You gotta
consider
send me that link.
Guinness.
I would definitely try that. I love different kind of beers, man. I mean, I my go-to is Bud Light. You guys see that? But I'm
lame. Water. Actually, you would have loved the Pilsner that I had the other night. There was
I had a blueberry milkshake beer one time. That was garbage.
Yeah, I could see that being bad.
Mixed with milk?
You gotta talk into your mic.
I'm talking into the mic.
Like
no,
closer.
You're talking towards the mic.
You're like back here.
It's picking me up like the frequency.
No,
The frequency.
talking to the mic.
Like you see a difference here and here.
Yeah,
That's what you were sounding like a little bit there.
Yeah, I don't want to sound too loud.
you're
I could get loud.
You're not
though.
too
You're
loud
good.
at all.
I don't think
I could
anybody
get
has
loud.
ever complained that
I
you
don't
were
think
too loud.
I don't think I didn't.
Oh,
I don't even
I don't
think
know
that
about that.
people that are listening probably don't even know that you're here because they couldn't hear you.
No, they see
Okay.
him. It's okay.
All right.
No, just like Spotify and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably
We
just-
do Spotify. I forget.
They probably
See?
just think
I
like,
keep forgetting Spotify exists.
Well, we're not. We haven't posted anything on Spotify, so
I know.
yeah, we
that's what I'm saying.
haven't. we missed the last fucking.
Whoops.
You know who found that out? Rachel. She texted me. She's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
episode 8's not out," and I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "It's not out on Spotify." And I text Troy, and Troy says, "Oh, whoops."
whoops.
And then I get off of work and I look and I'm like, oh, he still didn't update it, which is fine. Whatever. I don't like.
I barely got that video out. Like that video was gonna be the death of me. I exported that thing 3 times to
Really?
try to get the time sync fixed.
Oh my gosh.
And sorry about that, anybody watching. Hopefully this one works better.
we have
there's
some
just been a
issues.
lot of-
It's
yeah.
We just have issues. We're
Personal.
I'm new
It's
to editing.
us
It's
three.
bad.
Personal.
Javal
issues.
posted the first time on. He got a new job and he's all fucking gun ho about it. And he's like, "Go buy merch." Did you see the video?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
nah, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie.
You want to watch it?
I've been way too busy. It's a busy time. We just
Yeah.
got back from Ogle Bay, where Wheeling, West Virginia. Got to see the Christmas lights and stuff out there.
That's what's up.
They do some really cool stuff. Stayed overnight in a nice hotel. Kids got to swim.
Oh, look at that!
2 years ago.
Wow.
So for people that don't know, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
but,
you're good.
I'm trying to show Troy this video, but we're godparents to Javal's children, and the time thing just came up. But go on, Troy. I'm sorry. I just want to show you this video that.
No,
that
I was
Javal-
done.
that
I was just
Javal-
saying that's what I was doing, and then it's just been busy.
Yeah,
I had to drive out to Beechwood yesterday.
I don't know where that's at.
Ain't that
Beechwood,
close to Cleveland.
yeah, over by
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Well, you should have
Where
stopped.
you live at?
Yeah, you should have stopped out.
Well, yeah, no, it was for work, and then I get to go back out Monday because it's ridiculous.
He's just posting all kinds of shit now.
I love it.
I'm being supportive.
It's turning
Javal-
into your page.
Javal took over our fucking page.
Hey, that's okay because I still don't Facebook. I can't bring it like myself to actually install the app again.
Yeah, it's fine. That's not. I mean, dude, it's really whatever. I mean, like I said, we do this for fun. Sorry that we missed a fucking week. We're not gonna put out. We're trying to backlog a little bit, but us getting everything together. Obviously, you can see we're getting new components and fucking. We're
Yeah.
trying to figure out.
Look at these.
Yeah, look. Ta-da.
Ooh, you.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. We're busy. We have our own lives. So, we did record last week.
Sounds such a dick statement. Like
What?
we're busy. We have our own lives.
Well, I mean,
sorry.
like
Yeah.
No,
Nobody
no,
else.
it's a
I
fun,
get
Just
it,
us,
but it
nobody
just
else.
sounded really
Only
like,
us.
it's a fun thing for us to do, and I think it's a stress reliever, and we don't want to make it a job.
Yeah,
right?
it's definitely
so,
not a
like,
job.
Last week, whenever Javal and I were doing it, I felt more of A, I just got off work.
Mm-hmm.
B, I was fighting a cold. And on top of all that, like, I felt like we were working. You know what I mean? Like, it was more of a job than two guys hanging out and having fun.
He was
Right.
working. I wasn't
Well,
working.
yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, I had a rough day at work. I was tired. You know, I was sick. And then I come here and, you know, we have about almost an hour and a half, 2 hours of content, but I just didn't like anything that we put out.
Yeah,
You know
which
what
is
I mean?
fine. I mean, maybe if we ever do Patreon, we can toss it up there,
Yeah, I mean,
and
that's-
you know, stuff like that too. So
I mean, we'll edit some shit out because I said shit, but I mean, that's neither here or there. It's just,
Says who?
We just want this to be fun, right?
who's gonna edit it out?
We, as in Troy.
yeah,
I was about
the
to say.
royal we.
So, but But yeah, we got some shit to talk about. I just wanted to give a little insight on my life and, you know, $30,000 to rewire a fucking house that don't need rewired.
Yeah, that's insane. I mean, unless it has like knot and tube wiring and stuff like that, that would be like a thing. But if it has classic 3-wire wiring through everything, then you're probably fine.
So I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'm not spending $30,000 on a fucking rewire that don't need fucking rewired. But yeah. So if you guys are electricians or know electricians, leave a comment or
I told you I'm going to talk to my brother-in-law too.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Yeah, I'll leave a comment. I respond to comments most of the time.
Yeah.
I dropped the ball on that too. We have 2. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that.
Weird. Let's see. Yeah, that would leave me.
It was funny. I was thinking about Death Note.
Death Note?
Yeah, man. I kind of want to rewatch it.
The anime or the live action?
The anime.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah. Ooh. Because it's such a good anime.
I was worried
but it's just like it's so drawn out.
Live action is trash. It's like the Dragon Ball live action.
But I mean, the animated series is so good, but it's like I already know it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those shows that like you can rewatch it, but it's never gonna be the same the first time. You know what I mean? Like it's not like Friends where you can watch Friends and it's funny the entire time.
Yeah, you can watch reruns.
This is like the first time you watch Death Note, it's like, man, it's so stupid that they work together, but they don't work together. And that the one guy knows that it's this guy, and the one guy knows that he knows that it's him, and you know what I mean. It's like it just makes you want to pull your hair out.
It's the crazy games that
But I did get kind of irritated at the end of it. You know how it all ended.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean it's just
it's Death Note. It's been out forever. I have rewatched Bleach a couple times.
See,
Bleach is amazing.
I try to watch Bleach. I never really got into it. Is that more?
I also read the actual manga as well.
Is that like Inuyasha?
No,
where they like go back in time and they come forward and shit?
No, it's
nerd alert.
It's Spirit Realm and stuff like that. Inuyasha was a great show.
Have you ever watched?
That was a big impact on my childhood from Toonami.
Yeah, first girl I ever fell in love with.
Kagome?
First animated girl I fell in love. No, I mean she's cute, but
you had a Kagome pillow.
I always thought she looked like Mars from Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
Sailor Mars.
From a cartoon character.
It was essentially the same.
Yeah. And then
Javal's was.
Have you ever watched Soul Eater?
Betty Rubble, wasn't it?
Betty Rubble.
Yeah,
Wow.
from the Flintstones.
Because he's fucking ancient.
That's what I was going for right there. You picked up on that?
Dirt.
Betty Rubble.
Fucking old as dirt.
I don't know. It depends.
Dude, we got
on how much she weighs.
Oh, speaking of things I've seen a couple times. No.
Just making sure his mic. It's weird. It's like it doesn't sound like his mic's on.
Right.
But go on.
I can hear it. It's on.
Yeah, I hear him.
It's definitely on.
But
Betty White or
no.
What'd you say?
No, I said Betty Rubble.
Betty Rubble. Flintstones.
Yeah, Barney's wife, the dark-haired one.
Hottie.
Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, Fred Flintstone's wife always had a pearl necklace for a reason, you know.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, speaking of rewatching things, you know what I've rewatched the most throughout my life?
Hold on, I do want to guess this. Tommy Boy.
No, show like series.
Oh,
90210.
No. Though I was really into 90210.
Well, we got to think like Troy House.
No.
Well, okay, go ahead.
I enjoy House as well, but I haven't seen all of them.
Okay, let me give one more guess. Is it an anime?
No.
Is it American?
Yes.
Is it so? It's live action and American.
Yes.
What era? Like 90s, 80s, or 90s?
It's recent.
Like
Say
I mean, it's been over for a few years now, but
Big Bang.
no.
Is it something like that? Is it a comedy?
No.
That's
No. It's more of a drama.
A drama.
90210.
No.
Already said that, fool.
I don't know. It's action. It's drama. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's supernatural, man.
Supernatural. Of course.
No, it's definitely not comedy.
Supernatural's not comedy.
No, it's a supernatural like.
But they have like light humor.
They have light humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a lot of
Doesn't
humor
he,
in it,
like-
but it's not comedy. When they're like unleashing the gates of hell and stuff, and they're like fighting Lucifer.
Hey,
not comedy.
I just told Rachel that I wanted to rewatch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, I love it. I want to.
Dude, that show, like, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, dude,
You got to start with the movie though. Watch the movie first, then go into the Sarah Michelle Gellar actual.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. Well, yeah, the Buffy movie came out first,
Was it?
and then it was the Buffy show after that.
Dude, but I forget the Buffy movie. Was that played with the same characters?
No.
Yeah, so they were different.
They were different
I've
characters.
watched it.
Yeah.
I've watched the movie.
But I mean, you get to see the roots of it, like where it started.
Yeah. So watch the Buffy movie and then
Yeah.
watch
Watch the series.
Yeah. The series is badass, man. I mean, it's corny as fuck, but
I mean, yeah,
remember Seventh Heaven?
I remember Seventh Heaven.
Oh, I didn't watch Seventh Heaven.
Oh my god.
Seventh Heaven. Yeah, I remember.
Where are
Seventh
they
Heaven.
now?
Oh, man.
That was where Jessica Biel came from.
Yeah.
That was why I watched Seventh Heaven.
Dane Cook. Man, that fucking dude fucking pisses me off.
Seventh Heaven, Party of Five.
Right, I'm talking about, that's the same chick, right?
What?
Dane Cook with Good Luck Chuck or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, she's so hot.
Yeah.
Girl next door, you know what I mean?
And then it was the Jessica versus Jessica thing for a while there in the early 2000s. Jessica Biel versus Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
No comparison.
What?
I mean, they're
Jessica
both-
Alba?
There's no comparison between the two.
Well,
And he doesn't say which side of the fence
what
he's
side?
on.
Yeah, what side are you on?
That's a hard one.
No, you said there's no comparison. You said there's no comparison. That means you have a definite winner.
Yeah, who is it?
Well, Jessica Alba is skinnier. She's a little thinner.
Uh-huh.
And Jessica Biel, she's like
Curvier?
She's a little
Yeah.
curvier. I'll put it like that.
He didn't want to say stacked.
I don't know what he's going after, but that's not
You
Any
still
answer.
didn't say which one.
that's not any answer.
You got to pick a side then.
I'm not picking a side.
So you're
But you
just
said
so
there's
you're
no-
equally you're saying they're equally you're saying there's no comparison, but they're equally sexy.
I'm just
Or-
looking at the first body features.
So whose side are
Right.
you on though?
Whoever I end up with. Nah, I'm just joking, but yeah.
He thinks they're watching
mean-
and it's going to decide it, you know.
Yeah, they're in their mansions
Which one?
just
You got to
chilling.
comment.
Does it-
You
oh,
got to
man.
comment.
Yeah, which ones?
Which one
which
wants
one?
them, Jessica?
Which one would you like?
Yeah, I mean, Jessica Alba did Into the Blue, right?
Right.
She did that, what was the Sin City?
Sin City.
She was a stripper in Sin City.
We can talk about that too. I mean,
Let's
That was a great,
I mean,
great
talk about that
movie.
all day.
I mean, we're just riffing right now, so it's just like that movie in its time. It's like Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
Sucker Punch was great
a
too.
great
Insane,
fucking,
yeah.
I mean, it's just like the plot twist and everything, and then like you know, you also have what's the superhero movie? The Watchers or
Watchmen?
Watchmen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all those movies are the same era. I mean, and they're all great. Like
Yeah.
but
I mean-
Sin City is just like
Sin City was the standard right way of bringing a comic book to life like that.
not only that, but you had all these big hitters.
Yeah.
Like all these like
Yeah, and you didn't just-
name like another scene, another fucking big actor.
Yeah,
there was
Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
You
there was
have
actors that were in that
Mickey
that,
Rourke.
that cameoed for 2 seconds, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't even know this guy was in here.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Yeah, it's insane. And then
Marvel came, or you know, the Marvel movies.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, it's like that's where they got it from, you know.
I mean, not really. People have been trying to pack movies with as much star talent as possible, and it almost never works.
Ricky Mark, he was a pro wrestler.
Mickey Rourke,
What's that, Mr. Uncle?
He was a
or
pro
whatever,
boxer.
or something like that.
He was a wrestler too.
he was in the movie The Wrestler.
Yeah, he was that too.
But yeah,
But yeah, he went professional
guy.
boxing, messed up his face, and came back to acting, and now he's just tough guys and stuff. He used to be like the pretty boy face in movies.
But I mean, fucking dude, Sin City, Jessica
good.
Alba, just like fucking crazy.
Yeah. And 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in both of them. Second one,
Which,
she was
I mean,
a wreck.
Sin City 2?
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen part 2.
Part 2
it's
came
good.
out like 5 or 6 years later.
Yeah,
right?
it was a while after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I don't
5
remember
years
seeing
later. I
part
think it was
2.
like 3, maybe.
Something, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't like
There was a gap.
Yeah, there was a good gap, which I think
Yeah.
that's how all movies should be. In all honesty.
It
should watch that.
depends.
Well, I mean, like you have what's the fucking Avatar? You have Avatar. 10 years later, 20 years later, whatever.
Wait, it took 10 years to make the first one and
Right.
another 10 years to make the second.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's such a. I mean, the first one is
The reason why it took 10 years to make the first one is because they had to invent all of the
Everything.
CG.
Yeah.
And then they had to reiterate
Right.
on it and then redo it and redo it and redo it. So that makes sense. But the second one, nah.
Well, it took 10 years to make fucking Toy Story. It took 10 years to make Shrek.
Yeah,
'Cause-
those
'cause-
were early animations
yeah,
and stuff.
I mean,
Pixar
yeah.
Pixar knocks movies out in like a year now.
Yeah. But
With
yeah,
better quality than they ever had. You know, look at Ants. You know?
Ants. Good
Yeah,
movie.
that movie?
Yeah.
Good
Ants.
fucking
Wait,
movie.
Ants or A Bug's Life?
Bug's Life.
Yeah.
Bug's Life.
I don't know, man. I feel
He
like
likes
ants.
the circus bugs.
I like ants because it reminds me of
Your
Quest Galaxy or what's
Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest.
Uh-huh.
Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That reminds me.
Tim Allen?
It reminds me of. No, not Galaxy. That's not the right. What's the fucking old school where they? It's like it don't matter. But I like Ants because it's a real movie.
It is.
It's not a kids movie.
Yeah.
It's a fucking real
100% fair.
Like
yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, it is and it isn't.
Yeah.
Right.
So it has
But
way
Bug's
more
Life-
adult theming.
Bug's Life is funny. I'm
Yeah.
a beautiful butterfly.
Yeah. Yep. That was good.
Dude, that's my
yeah.
shit, man. I fucking love that.
That was definitely geared more towards, you know, kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was funny because they ripped each other off and made the same movie at the same time. And then they did it a couple more times, but
Yeah. Toy Soldier.
Toy Soldier
Soldiers?
was not.
You don't
no.
think that was a good
You
movie?
didn't like it?
No, I love Toy Soldier.
Oh.
But and you're talking about
well,
small soldiers,
I'm just-
right? Small
Yeah.
soldiers
Yeah, small
with the
soldiers.
aliens.
Yeah,
The
Small
aliens
soldiers.
versus the soldiers. Yeah, that wasn't like a rip off of Toy Story.
No.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, but that's, you know, they all have, like, like that's not, it wasn't real, it's a kid's movie, but it's not a kid's movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So-
There was some serious shit going on in those movies.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of deeper themes. I saw a funny list about that somebody made a correlation with all the Pixar movies, and they were like, what if toys had feelings? What if fish had feelings? What if, like,
I'm pretty
and they
sure
just
fish
went
has
up the
feelings.
list, and they're like, what if this had feelings? What if this had feelings? What if this
Well,
had
you know-
feelings? And then it's like, what if elements had feelings? And hey, guess what? Pixar's Elementals is coming soon.
So Rachel sent me a video the other day, and it was, you shouldn't talk animal to your dog or to your pets. So like if you like
Oh, like baby talk.
if you talk to your dog and you're like woof woof woof, and you're playing around with them and stuff like that, or like your cat and you're like
Uh-huh.
meow,
Go on.
and you're making these animal noises towards your animals.
I am on the edge of my seat right now because I am waiting for something good.
You shouldn't do that because you don't know if you're saying racist shit.
Oh,
Discriminating the pets.
That was someone's Instagram feed story thing that Rachel sent me, and I was like, you shouldn't talk animal to your pets because you don't know if you're saying racist shit to them. And it's like, bitch, what the fuck? Not bitch to my wife,
What?
bitch to the fucking.
yeah. You better
Yeah.
put that.
What are you talking about?
I said, Rachel, you being serious? And she's like, this dumb bitch.
Okay. I was a little
say that?
concerned. Like
She didn't
this
say that,
was
did she?
just
Yeah. Fucking shit got me fucking worked up.
that has to be satire. It has to be. Nobody's that dumb.
No one tells me how to talk to my pet.
Yeah. Fucking. Oh, man. But yeah, I don't know.
As
But
long
yeah.
as they're not Kanye West.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I love the Nazis. And the Jews. That's what he said.
We
That's
love
what he said.
everybody.
No,
we
no.
love
He
everybody.
said, he even said, "I'm a Nazi. I'm Hitler." Like,
That dude's so like we left a number for fucking mental health shit. That dude fucking needs a 811 or whatever that fucking number is.
Yeah, he's got to go back on his meds.
I mean, even Dr. Phil says that shit.
yeah. I
Or
mean,
not
did you
Phil,
hear about the
not
parlor
Phil,
deal?
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew. Yeah, did you hear about the parlor deal that's done? He was saying he was going to buy Parler, which is like the free speech Twitter alternative.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he was talking about how he was going to buy Parler, and then they just recently came out and said, "I
don't even know what Parler
we terminated that." It's like it's another social media like Twitter, kind of like
Just not as big.
Yeah. It's all encrypted, this and that, you know.
Dude's a fucking goon,
But
man. I
He got
feel,
banned from Twitter again.
I feel bad for him though, you know, because he doesn't know, he doesn't understand,
Yeah.
and that's just his mental, you know, like you know, a lot of my family's, you know, has mental problems, you know, depression and stuff like that, and they just don't. It's crazy because you're like, dude, what are you doing? Why don't you understand normal society stuff? And it's like, it's just that's the problem.
That's the disease.
You know? But it's like, it's so like, it makes you want to pull your hair out trying to talk to these guys, you know.
Yep.
Like my brother Steve, man, he's just like, he's so messed up and he just doesn't understand. Hey, if you just take your medicine, dude, like you'll feel a lot better. I know in the beginning you won't, but later on down the road, like a year or so, you'll feel way better. But he's like, it makes me feel weird. And it's like, yeah, man, because you're off. You're chemically balanced and your brain's so used to functioning on this load.
Yeah.
On this, you know, spectrum, where if you have your medicine and it's balancing you out, now you feel right. You got to let your body get used to it. It's playing catch up, you know?
I mean, in the same sense, I'm kind of that way because I really should be taking like ADHD meds.
Well,
and
you're Troy. You're different.
I despise being on them because I'm a completely different person.
Like,
I hate it.
I'm different, and I know that I need some medicine. I don't know what it is, but you know, we're functioning with what our disabilities are and what, you know.
Yeah. I just mean at some basic level because I don't understand that level.
Right.
I could never because
I mean,
I'm not going through the same stuff. But at the basic level of being a different person while on some type of medication that's understandable.
Yeah, some people just need counseling. You know, they just need somebody to talk to, somebody to listen to them. Give them advice.
Again, you know, there's stuff out there for that. So, I mean, if you guys need help and stuff like that, we are always here. But it's crazy. And you know, Kanye's just, I think it's a money power thing, you know? Like, dude, you went from being one of the best influencers of our generation to being this crazy, outlandish, talking absurd nonsense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just full deep in, and now it's almost seems like it is like him trying to shine as much of a beacon on himself as possible.
Yeah.
To say, look at me, I need attention.
Yeah, I think it's...
But I don't know. I don't know. It could be a lot of stuff, but I mean,
nuts, man.
when Elon Musk bans you from Twitter, when he's a free speech absolutionist, you know, we don't care what you're saying as long as it's not actually inciting violence. They actually banned him for inciting violence, essentially, because of all his propaganda.
But no, back to the Seven Heavens shit.
Yeah, they never put a swastika inside of a Star of David and posted it on Twitter.
Oh, that's what he did.
That's what got him. That was the final nail in the coffin.
Well, I mean, that's
freedom of expression.
But I mean, Twitter is in.
What I want to know is,
now.
Whoops, I didn't mean to yell into the mic. What I want to know is, did he make that, or did he pay someone to make that, and who agreed to make that?
I don't know.
People do anything for money.
Is a genius, and he would only do his own art because he is an artistic genius, and only he knows.
He is.
You know, I mean, I will say, in a lot of ways. Some of the stuff didn't hit the mark, but I mean, to me at least. But I mean, for the majority of people, Adidas loved his artistic vision for the longest time.
Well, you know, he was supposed to be he went on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan said this too. He was like, the dude is, you know, he's obviously off his meds, and he wishes that he would be on his meds. because he's so articulate, you know. And he's like, dude told me that he wanted to rent out a warehouse, build a studio, and he wanted the studio to look like a womb of a woman's womb. And Joe and him would do the podcast in a womb. And, you know, Joe's like, I'm fucking down.
Yeah.
But his producer got sick, and then they had to, you know.
Yeah, because he knows that would have generated enough buzz to make a ton of money. Like, that would have.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's stuff like that where I don't see that as like, I see that as like, what's the edgiest we can do to get clicks, right? And that's what that comes down to. And I don't really see that as like genius. I think of that as like, oh, you had a 5-year-old think of some stuff and they workshops and stuff, and then you had it. Stuff like that. Now, some of the other stuff.
What are you coloring, Kanye? I colored this.
Yeah. I call it a Yeezy.
It's a Star, David.
No. Put it down. Put it down.
We should put that on Twitter. Like his PR's
Let's post
like,
it to the world.
He fucking texted his PR and was like, "Hey, I'm posting this." I should have said I already posted it, but it's a Star of David with a swastika.
Hey, what do you think of this? It shows that I like Nazis and I'm cool with Jews now. Like,
I'm winning them back.
Yeah. I'm playing both sides.
I'm winning them back.
Oh
man.
Yeah. It doesn't help Twitter any though either.
But yeah, I'm thinking about rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. That's where we were. Yeah.
So, man, that was a good rant.
It was a good show, though. Buffy was a great show. Willow?
Well, I mean, like, dude, because it invited the nerds to have, like...
It was groundbreaking.
A sexy side.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
Not only that, because, I mean, she was a cheerleader, so she wasn't a nerd.
Well, not her, but, like, her best friend, Willow.
Who was also one of the first depictions of... what am I trying to say here?
You sound like me.
No. It was the first depiction of a female on female relationship.
Right. Well, there's Xena the warrior.
Xena Princess Warrior.
Yeah.
Xena Warrior Princess. Thank you very much.
He was ready for that. He's like,
yeah,
I grew up in that era.
And he said it wrong, 80s. Though. Xena Warrior Princess.
Well, he's dyslexic as well. So.
Name? Do you know who the other female was? The blonde. The character's name?
Nah.
And Xena?
Yeah.
No.
Gabrielle.
I don't.
Come on.
All I know is I'm like, damn, man. Like as a kid, I'm like, they ain't wearing shit, dude. Yeah.
Lucy Lawless, man.
But yeah, I never really realized
she's built sturdy.
That show was a backstory of like they were lesbians.
Yeah, but they never actually
actually
showed any of that.
That's crazy.
It was implied, but it was never shown.
Right.
At least in like Buffy, they were like girlfriends
until the last episode, and they like kissed or whatever, and then she died or whatever.
But when Willow died. Spoilers. We're talking about a 30-year-old show at this point, I think.
Hey,
yeah,
these
new
kids don't know shit, man. But yeah, the Willow. What? So Willow and Buffy?
No, there was another. Cordelia? No. That was before the split off to Angel. Which if you talk to Rob loves Angel a lot more.
I always loved his cheeks.
I couldn't get into Angel really. Like Cordelia was cool, but I preferred just the main Buffy.
Yeah.
But I'm drawing a blank on that one now. I already spat out all of my information.
I never really like watched it through and through. Mm-hmm. You know, like I watched the first episode a couple times, this, that, and other, but I never really watched like every episode. But I'm definitely like on the fence. Like after we get this house together and stuff like that, I think I'm just gonna binge watch it.
Yeah, and then watch Power Rangers.
I don't know. I watched Power Rangers so much when I was a kid that I think I'm burnt out.
What season did you stop watching Power Rangers?
I loved Power Rangers in space, and then they came back, and then they had that little kid, right? Or was that before?
No, the little kid who was like the Red Ranger,
the Blue Ranger.
Blue Ranger. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
And then they had a couple of those. It was like a couple of the movies where it was like
Yeah.
All the Red Rangers.
Yeah.
Came, and then there was like the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles.
I didn't see that. No. Okay, you went way farther than I did.
Seeing no Ninja Turtles.
What?
With the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legit.
Well, remember WB came out with that live action.
That was the new like Ninja Turtles, I'm guessing, right? Not the old school.
Yeah, it wasn't cartoons or anything. But
No. The live action with Corey Feldman.
It wasn't the movie characters. It was they came out with a live action show, like series. It only lasted like 9 episodes or something like that.
Gotcha.
It wasn't even like, but in between that they had the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles fight a monster. But they came out with the movie where it was the Power Rangers were ending. And then they switched over to Speed Force or whatever the fuck it was called with the little kid. And they came out with that movie.
That was Turbo, I think,
yeah,
with the little
switched
kid.
to Turbo.
Yeah, that was Power Rangers Turbo.
Yeah,
that movie. The original Power Rangers, the movie, that was my shit. Against Ivan Ooze.
Sure, yeah.
Where they start off and Tommy is skyboarding out of.
Guys, we gotta go. Like
R.I.P. Tommy.
I was always
he just recently passed.
VR Troopers.
VR Troopers.
What?
I
had
forgotten about that. That was like Big Bad Beetleborgs style. Like
gay nerd.
Only a gay person would know.
But yeah, so
I just looked at the time.
Well, we still got like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we were rolling for a while beforehand.
We had all this content, and then we just fucking
we talked about real estate for like an hour or so.
No, we didn't.
We haven't even talked for an hour yet.
Talked about real estate for like 2 seconds.
It was like 45 minutes at the least.
45 minutes?
Oh, no, 4 to 5 minutes. No, sorry.
Okay.
Speaking of which, the Orion spacecraft is about to splash down tomorrow. Exciting news.
That's the moon stuff, right?
Yeah.
He said
I just wanted to get that in real quick because by the time they see this, it would have already splashed down.
So just so you guys know, every time we get off, like we turn the cameras off, we turn the mics off and stuff like that, Javal's like, man, we always talk about the same shit. We talked about the moon landing last time. We talked about Troy's Tesla. We talked about
did you hear about Tesla delivering the semi to Pepsi? You know, it only took him like 8 years.
We ain't talk about Mike Tyson. We gotta talk about Mike Tyson, y'all, because we talk about him every week. We gotta say something about Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson's awesome.
I mean, you cannot tell me that Mike Tyson is not a genuine nice fucking dude.
Genuine, like the guy who sings Pony.
He don't know who that is.
Did I say the word right? How's the word pronounced?
Genuine.
My pony.
Genuine.
Ride it.
Genuine.
My pony.
Jump on it.
Yeah,
we know.
We know that Joey knows that song because we know that he's watched plenty of
gay porn.
Magic Mike.
No, I've never seen it.
Here we
I've
go.
never seen Magic Mike.
Starting of the lies.
I watched
My Shadow.
What's the guy?
Baby.
What's the guy? What's the guy that played in Dirty Dancing?
Patrick Swayze.
I watched him and Chris Farley.
Okay, what? That was the Chippendales dancers SNL thing.
Sexy as fuck.
That was hilarious.
Who was?
Wait, you watched Chippendale?
Dancers. You watched Chippendale.
Like legit?
No,
like in Vegas.
No, I've never seen that. But.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the actual skit.
They got a new
the actual SNL skit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That shit's funny
documentary movie. That's how is what he's talking about.
Talking to the mic, man.
I'm talking into the mic.
No, you're talking by the mic.
You're talking in the general direction of the mic.
You're like, hey,
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Do you hear the difference? You probably can't hear the difference.
This is AT&T.
No,
Javal, you want to tell us about your new job?
Get started with.
We talked about that last week. Remember,
but I said I got
the week before last, I talked about my new job. Remember, I said I was the new transporter because I'm delivering packages.
No, that was last week.
No, that wasn't 2 weeks ago.
That was
I wasn't here for that.
That was last week.
I just remembering stuff that never existed, obviously.
But you're Jason Statham. You're a transporter. Never look in the trunk.
I'm the black transporter.
A good fucking movie.
Oh yeah,
good fucking movie, dude.
I liked all of them.
It's like the better version of Taxi. Remember Taxi?
Are you talking about the Queen Latifah taxi movie?
Yes.
No,
Jimmy Fallon.
No.
I'm thinking of
Those
taxi.
are not the same world.
No, I'm thinking of the old
One is
taxi.
a comedy. One is Jimmy Fallon in it, and the other is Jason Statham.
It turned a Crown Vic into a BMW.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, and the blower comes up. And then it's a four-banger, like you hear it. And you're like, oh, what is the blower there for?
Remember Fever Pitch?
Oh.
With Jimmy Fallon and what's her fucking name? Demi
Moore?
No,
is that what you about to say?
Not Demi Moore. What's her fucking
Drew
name?
Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore.
Was that Fever Pitch? Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah.
I never watched it.
No?
I mean, I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah. That's like Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood. Welcome to the movie podcast.
Yeah, well, now we're a movie
Striptease.
Striptease. Demi Moore.
That was a good movie.
Striptease?
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
She naked. You can get to see her boobies.
Or Flashdance?
I've never seen Flashdance.
Yeah? You never saw Flashdance?
You never seen Flashdance?
Classic 80s movie?
No.
He's a 90s baby.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, he ain't see Flashdance.
I don't know.
Wait.
Have you seen like The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
Bits and pieces.
Pretty in Pink.
He's seen Breakfast Club.
Any of the John Hughes movies?
Yeah, he's seen The Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
He's trying to act like he ain't see it.
I've seen some of it. I can't quote it.
Okay, that's fair.
But, you know, I'm not saying it's not a good movie. It's
License to Drive.
Never seen it.
Weird Science.
Seen it.
Okay.
Okay.
I love
Weird
Weird Science, but
Yeah.
they also came out with like Weird Science in the '90s. You know, the short little like series.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a series too.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. I wish they would have rolled with it because it was raunchy. You know, it wasn't like your typical. It was a show for kids, but it was.
No, it wasn't. It was definitely. It was geared towards teenagers and adults.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah. All those kids.
All
the
those
G-rated
kids.
kids.
Not like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, my age, like when it came out, I was probably like 8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
So, remember The Secret Life of Alex?
Somewhat. That was an old Nickelodeon show?
Yeah. The Secret Life of, what was her last name? Alex Moore or
Alex Mack?
Alex Mack.
I think.
Mac and Me with the alien.
No.
It was like the second version of E.T.
No.
Here you go. Xenon. 22nd Century Girl.
Xena.
That was a
And then
Disney,
Xenon the sequel.
That was the sequel.
Yeah.
Remember that was a Disney movie, right?
That was a Disney movie.
Remember the house?
Smart House.
Smart House?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Just reminiscing now.
Mm-hmm. Good movies, man.
Yeah. I mean, all of those Disney original movies were great. Even the ones that were based on the shows, like the Even Stevens movie was amazing.
Even Stevens is, I mean, even
I'm
like
gonna
Lizzie
rewatch that.
McGuire, like
Lizzie
dude,
McGuire, yeah.
that shit was dope, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't have any of that. Like even like Blue's Clues and shit like that.
Speaking of which, hold on, we got to go into this. Fairly Odd Parents,
yeah,
is back.
Okay,
it's a mixture of live action and cartoon. The characters, the regular people, are live action. They're real people. Timmy Turner is a person.
Okay,
right? He's going to college, so he gives his.
Is this a movie pitch?
No. This is a show that exists currently and is on air.
Go on.
Doesn't matter if you go slow. It's okay. So, anyways, he is going to college, so he gives his fairies to his niece.
Okay.
Right, and it's this whole thing, and they're all like,
And they're like, "No, stepbrother, no."
This is Nickelodeon, so it's more feet.
I'm stuck.
It's more feet than anything. If you're iCarly, but anyways,
Weird.
Yeah. But anyways, no. It's actually live action. Like the people are real, and then it has Cosmo and Wanda are cartoons, and all the fairies are like animated. It has Vicky is like the new principal.
This is an actual show.
This is an actual. It exists.
You said this on air.
You know what else?
Who's
Have you
playing
heard
who?
of Loud House? The Loud House? They made that into a live action now too. It was this huge, cartoon show.
Yeah. Let's do like Invader Zim. Let's
I
sing
know.
the Doom song.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
we don't want to get copyrighted on that song.
in my
You don't want to get
in my
copyrighted.
teams meetings. So in my daily stand-ups at my job.
Hold on, let me. Oh, they're not going to be able to hear it anyway.
Yeah. I'll put it in. Don't worry. I will. Or in our like daily stand-ups and stuff, I switch my backgrounds and teams all the time.
Okay.
Lately, it has been Invader Zim's like lab with all the screens in the background. So.
Real monsters.
Real monsters. Yeah. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Angry Beavers.
Angry Beavers. Yeah.
Dude.
Cow and Chicken. Rocko's Modern Life.
Cat and Dog.
Cat Dog. Yeah.
I mean, dude, all those shows.
Yeah.
I mean,
and a lot of them have had like resurgences and stuff like that too.
They're just
and they're trying to cash in on that nostalgia.
I mean, they're just like all those shows are. I mean, they don't make shows like that.
Yeah,
no more.
They're back on TV though. I mean, as far as reruns and stuff, they show them like Nick at Night,
like they did.
Ren and Stimpy.
They did the Powerpuff Girls like reboot and shit like that, and it's like, dude, get the fuck out of there. That's not the same.
That was mediocre. It wasn't good.
Powerpuff
Girls was animated amazingly, by the way.
What was it, Powerpuff Girls?
Yeah,
like the old back in the day.
Yeah,
or?
OG. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
The broccoli episode.
Oh yeah.
Darkwing Duck.
Tailspin.
Ed and Eddie. Do you guys know
the
crazy backstory on Ed and Eddie?
Oh, the thing that people made up after the fact to talk about?
Yeah, they all died and shit.
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I mean,
go ahead and explain it.
So, like, Ed and Eddie, it's supposed to be like Ed, like the schemer guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is actually dead, and this is him in purgatory or something like that.
Yeah.
So
that's one of the theories is purgatory.
Yeah, one of the theories or whatever. But he's actually dead, and the reason why he never gets Jawbreakers is because he's dead, and this is his hell or something like that.
Purgatory is in between,
right?
Hell. It's not quite hell, but you don't get what you want there either.
But I know the first episode. It's
where
weird.
Unbaptized babies go.
Wow.
Thanks, Catholics. Sorry.
But yeah,
shot across the bow there. My bad.
Gotta pray for them babies.
So, but yeah, we
the innocent little babies.
I honestly forget what the premise is, but it is. I mean, if you look into it, it is like that does make sense, man.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those have made sense. It's like
at the last episode, it's everyone's starting to disappear, and
yeah, because they're all getting older and leaving the neighborhood.
Yeah,
so that's like them disappearing. It's like the end of the Sandlot when everybody's disappearing.
Yeah,
it's not because he was dead and you imagine the whole thing. He actually took a baseball to the back of the head and the beast wasn't real, and all of that. And he actually made up friends because he was too lonely to actually make friends and stuff. So, those are to imply that they moved off and stuff. So people just read into it a little far and they make up their own stuff.
No, I mean, it's still good.
There was another show
they should definitely, which I brought this up on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, they should do a remake of Rugrats. So they have Rugrats all grown up.
Yeah.
And then they should have, like,
middle-aged.
Yeah, something, and they're, like I said, like, the motherfuckers are doing like podcasting and they all have kids and
Rugrats. They're all dealing with their own kids.
Yeah. That should be funny as fuck, man. They should definitely do that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Geriatric Rugrats.
Tom and Jerry.
Geriatric means old.
I know what it means.
Okay, I'm just helping.
Words.
What was that word? That was more than 3 syllables.
Do you want to take a break or?
I guess we'll pause.
Okay. I mean, we're doing good. So. Everyone sees him as the Fear Factor guy.
Yeah, and the UFC guy.
Right. So, by the way, we're back.
Yeah, I guess.
But, so, a lot of, like, Steve-O's like, dude, his stand-up is funny, man.
I mean,
he is, like, he just put out a new special, and, he does all this, like, comedy shit, and, he has tons of footage that he goes through, and this, that, and other, but not only that, but, it's kind of like a Jake Paul scenario, where Jake Paul wasn't a fighter, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he started training to be a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And then he started knocking motherfuckers out.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, he's not a fighter. And then he started knocking more motherfuckers out.
Mm-hmm.
And now everyone's like, he's a fighter.
Yeah.
You know? So, same with Steve-O. Steve-O, yeah, he did the Jackass shit. He's famous for being in Jackass. He was a TV show star. Then he became a movie star.
Yeah, but you also have to think of, he comes from a comedy background being a clown.
Right.
So...
But he wasn't a comedian before any of this. So a lot of people...
he wasn't a stand-up comic.
Right.
I mean, I would put clowns as comedians.
Right. Hell yeah.
But a lot of stand-up, especially like people that aren't famous.
Yeah.
You know, because I love stand-up.
Yeah, I love salty, like bitter ones.
Bitter ones that like I've been doing this for 20 years, and then Steve-O comes in just because he's famous already. Yeah. Like, no. Like, Steve-O worked really hard. He's put a lot of his own money, put a lot of his own effort. This isn't like people are writing
all the hole in the walls.
People aren't writing for him.
Right.
People are, you know, he's writing for himself and he's doing the work. And just because you guys are just lazy and you know, you guys do like The Cellar and shit like that. Like, I'm no comedian. I don't do stand up. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I just, you know, kind of mimic what, you know, I hear. You know, he's on Bert Kreischer's podcast, Tom Segura's podcast, Joe Rogan's podcast, you know, all these podcasts across the board, and you know, they're
has his own podcast.
Yeah, he has his own podcast, and it's like
interviews amazing people.
You know, these guys, if they didn't think that Steve-O was worth anything for their community, which is stand-up comedians,
right?
They wouldn't push him through.
Right, exactly. Speaking of pushing through, I think we pushed through our time on this episode.
Well, I think we're
look
just
at that segue.
We're trying to make up some time from last week. So, but yeah, definitely. Merch is out. Check that out. Christmas edition. We got some special things coming up, holiday wise. We're putting together. So we definitely appreciate everyone.
If you don't see the audio podcast up, send a comment so that way I see it, because Rachel apparently I forget. Yeah, go check that after you watch this. Yeah, we appreciate watching. Anybody that subscribes, like the video.
For sure.
If you hate it, dislike it, that's fine. Doesn't hurt our feelings.
We don't care.
Yeah, we're not sensitive.
Yeah. Fucking tell us the truth. But for sure.
Give us some feedback.
I appreciate you guys. I love you guys.
Peace out.
We'll see you guys.